So wherein in the payroll, we have an attendance and a payroll which will be taken care within the payroll department, and then we have something called onboarding and leadership, onboarding and learning and development.
Okay.
So there are different areas, of which recruitment is one of the specialized area under the HR. So what are we going to learn? We're going to learn the entire recruitment process right from the scratch, from understanding to closing the talent requirement needs for the business.
Hmm.
Okay, what are the types of
Right.
recruitment? There are two different types of recruitment: tech and non-tech. Anything which falls under software development, anything which falls under software development life cycle, which requires programming, which requires computing, which requires uh, research in computation field or the computer science field, falls under the technical requirement. And anything
Right.
which are functional, something like sales or business development,
Okay.
human resource, finance,
Hmm.
anything which is
Right.
related to the functional aspects
Which is
of industry,
non-technical.
that comes into the
Hmm.
non-technical.
Right.
Okay, so that's about the tech and non-tech. And recruitment, I don't really have to explain you in detail. You're also doing an MBA,
Right. Yes,
and
sir.
which is basically a common sense to understand what is recruitment in the entire industry.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So what?
Recruitment selection. Yeah. We have learned about it.
Yeah. So now steps involved in recruitment. So first most important step is something which is understanding the requirements. Whenever company is setting up a new business, or whenever the business is already running, so always there are a new set of requirement, new set of needs which are which industry or which the company is coming up with. So when I have some new set of requirement, first I'll see internally if I can uh, get the things done internally with the existing resource. Okay, in case if I feel existing resources are already uh, overloaded or already in a task, then I'll go with the decision that I wanted to hire an external candidate.
Right.
Okay, then while hiring an external candidate as a hiring manager, I get in touch with the recruitment teams. Even while hiring internally also, as a hiring manager, I'll get into touch with the recruitment teams and inform them to identify, in case if you will be able to identify some of the candidates required to my given skills, required to the given experience, required to the given roles and responsibilities. If you can identify internally, try to identify. If not, you can try to identify externally.
Right.
So when I say like understanding the business requirement, we need to understand
Mm-hmm.
what are the kind of skills the business is looking out for. So let's suppose now business says, client comes and tells us that, okay, fine, get me a Java developer. I can give you the Java developer, maybe from whichever the organization or whichever the company, but what are the key role this Java developer is going to play? Okay, what are the kind of a companies that you're going to target? Let's suppose if I want to hire a Java developer from Amazon, so I would definitely need to
Mm-hmm.
look for a kind of a companies which has a similar nature of business as Amazon has, so that the complexity or the kind of a problem what those people will be solving is something related to the our company. Or let's suppose if I'm working at Capgemini, and that is where I'm looking out for the person hiring a Java developer, I would again need to
Right.
see a person who is working in the services companies who has a very good stakeholder management. So this is what something a kind of a set is required.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's the most important thing for understanding the client requirement. So I will not cover much in depth about the understanding the client requirement as of now, but I would definitely have one complete session on understanding a client requirement once we are sourcing ready team.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that would fall into the post modules.
Right.
Okay, and then what is understand, so second step goes into the sourcing and identifying. Why do I separate this sourcing and identifying? Sourcing is something mining or searching. Sourcing starts with the searching for resumes. After giving a search, I have a list of resumes. I have some hundreds and thousands of resumes, so I'm mining the resumes, I'm searching the resumes, I'm screening the resumes, and I'm trying to identify which resume is a better fit for my JD, which resume is better fit for my given requirement from the hiring manager. So that's a part of
Right.
sourcing. But wearing identifying, so in sourcing I'm only suspecting the profiles that these profiles could be a good match. But when I talk to them and when I explore their interest in particular role, when I sell my role, and when I try to explore their interest in my role, stating that, hey, you know what, you have so and so position, and these are the required skill, this is the location what we're looking out for, and these are the kind of a challenges what we're going to solve over here, or the kind of a problems what you're going to solve over here, and these are the perks what you're going to get it. So wanted to understand if you would be interested in this particular role. So once the person says, yes, I'm interested to proceed further, I'm interested to apply for this particular job, then that is where I
Right.
have identified the potential candidate and my suspect
Right.
converted into the lead. So it's
Right.
like first is suspect, then the prospect, and then the lead. Lead is not the lead until the person is interested. Till the person is interested, he's just the suspect. And when I reach out,
Okay.
he becomes the prospect. First, I source the profiles, create my database. So that's database is a suspected database who can
So,
be interested.
okay.
And then I reach
Hmm.
out, I talk to them. That is where they become prospect. In the sense, some people will say, okay, fine, let me
When
think, let me get back to you. Give me a day of time, or give me a
Mhm.
week of time, or give me a month of time. That is where they become a prospect. And once the person comes back to me and says that, hey, you know what, I'm interested, I've gone through the JD, I really like the uh, nature of business, I really like the roles and responsibilities, I would be interested in applying. And that is where my suspected database has converted into the lead database.
prospect. Okay.
Prospect,
Prospect. Right.
suspect, prospect, and then the final, the lead.
Lead. Lead. Okay.
Okay, or whichever you
Yes, sir.
call. So various book has a various definitions.
Right.
Okay, so what is sourcing? Sourcing is the process of finding candidates on various job portals, something like Naukri, Monster, LinkedIn, social media. So when we're sourcing a profiles on web, I'm not sourcing a profiles on a Naukri or Monster, because these are, so though I source a profiles, but there's a difference between social media hiring and social media hiring and the portal hiring. Portal hiring is something where the candidates, I'm searching for the active candidates who has uploaded their resumes in Naukri Monster and they're actively looking
Right.
out for a job. That's a active hiring. So if I'm looking for a
Okay.
people who are not available in job portal but available in social media, I'm looking out for a people who are passive. I'm trying to create an interest in them and trying to sell my opportunity and get them for an interview. So this is a passive sourcing what we're going to learn over here.
So, what is different between active persons and passive person?
See, active is someone who is actively looking out for a job, who uploads their
Okay.
resume in a Naukri Monster and wait for the recruiters to call. Passive is something
Right.
who is not actively looking out for a job,
Okay.
who is happy in his work,
But
but
then,
I'm trying to passively
okay.
source because I do not have enough profiles in active job portals which can be suitable for my
Mhm.
roles.
Okay, like if we want a person who is having some kind of experience and good in particular skill or something, right?
Yes, some of the excellent profiles or some of the good profiles or something like that. Though,
So
see,
if
both the things are fine, but to fill in the
okay,
need, sometimes the needs would be extraordinary, which where the portals would not be able to uh, satisfy the expectations or meet my expectations of the kind of a
okay,
profiles
okay,
which I might need. So that is where I have to
right,
go out and explore the additional portals.
right, right. So, sir, people like us, they don't show up on web, I guess. Because we are active, we can say,
We will have to build the
we are
profiles to show up.
like how we can build a profile that it should be visible to a person who is finding over the net or web.
It's not going to happen immediately. It's going to take some time or a period of time. That is something
Okay.
called a personal branding kind of a profiles. That's a different topic altogether that we'll
Okay.
discuss later on. Maybe again, that I can keep as one of the module in our trainings. Good point that you brought it out. So let's get back to the
Okay.
sourcing again. So what is
Right.
sourcing? As I mentioned, sourcing is a process of finding a candidates on various job portals, social media, web, or internet by building a search string, Boolean string, or search filter, or with the combination of various filter which matches the required criteria to fetch the right profiles.
Hmm.
Okay, so when I'm searching in Naukri, or when I'm searching in Monster, or when I'm searching in LinkedIn, or when I'm searching in Google, So there are certain filters which I apply. Filters like experience, filters like job locations, filters like candidate current location, filters
Right.
like year of
Mm.
pass out, filters like field of study, uh, and keywords like skills which I wanted to hire for. So the combination of keywords, which are the skills, and also the additional filters. Okay, by giving this all permutation combination, I'm trying to fetch the right profile. That is nothing but the Boolean strings, what I'm trying to come up with. So
Okay.
how do we find the candidates? Most efficient way to find the candidates is used by using a Boolean string. What is Boolean string? It's basically a combination of various keywords and operator which help in finding a profiles. Okay,
Right.
so
So we have read
let's
about it in our graduation also.
great.
Like how to search on Google.
Hmm. Oh, is that a module for you now?
Yeah. What, sir?
Is that the module for you now in your curriculum?
No, it was like I have completed my graduation in BCA, na.
Hmm.
So there we used to study about this Boolean operation, how to use them, how to search on Google, how to fetch the accurate details, because Google एक एक keyword उठाता है, वो एक
Exactly.
एक जो भी आप या उसको एक एक उठाता है and then details fetch होती है, so according तो मतलब वो सीखता पड़ा था हमने.
Great. So first thing, while searching in Google or while searching in a portal, we should know what is that we want, what is that we are searching for, and what is that we want. Something like uh, if you plan to go somewhere, if you plan for a holiday, okay, first you plan a destination. And based on
Right.
that, you prepare yourself about the ticketing, about the expenditure, or about the hotel booking, or about what is that you're going to do over there. So that is nothing but you're trying to come up with the various keywords for your particular search result. So better you plan, the better the journey and the better the trip would be. Or to give a better example, before eating something, we should know first of all what is that I'm going to cook and eat. So based on that, I'm going to collect my pulses. Based on that, I'm going to prepare my recipe. So that is nothing but I'm collecting my keywords, preparing my strings, and then finally coming up with a final result. That is nothing but my dish.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's get into agenda now. Okay,
Right.
introduction to recruitment is done. Keyword search. What is
Done.
keyword search? Let me come to Google and give. mm, mm, mm. Okay, when I give this particular keyword, Google is trying to fetch a results which has this sales and a manager, both the words.
Right.
Okay, so whatever the keyword I'm giving is a keyword search, just the
Sales
simple
manager.
explanation. Yeah,
First, it will search sales, then it will search manager, then it will search combination of both.
exactly. Or at least either of the word, any one word at
Okay.
least. When I give this,
Okay.
okay. So sales and manager. So when I give, sourcing and recruitment, it will fetch me a recruitment which has both the word sourcing and recruitment.
Right. Okay.
So that's simple. Just to keep it short, that's a keyword search. So what is Google direct answer? So basically we every know Google direct answer, but not as a term. So when I search for sourcing and recruitment, Google has suggested me some results over here. Sourcing and recruitment.
Hmm.
Like if I type here, what is Google direct answer? So Google has suggested me something here, which is in this rectangular box. Okay, Google won't be dropping a direct answer anytime soon. Instead, they are expanding the pool of queries, which it appears and improve. Which it appears and improving it. People often need more than just a few bullet points or sentences to be satisfied with an answer. Okay, so which
Okay.
are the pages you see where we have a number of bullet points for particular question? Google lists them on a top based on the number of visits, based on the number of votes, based on the number of kind of a
Hmm.
keywords matching in that particular answer. And there are various
Right.
parameters based on which Google lists the answer and uh, give them on a top results that are nothing but the Google suggestions. That is something called Google direct answer.
Okay. So one thing,
Hmm.
if I'm searching for some query, like let's suppose I'm searching for what is sourcing right?
Hmm.
So it come up with like say 100 of results, ठीक है?
What
कुछ
is
results
source?
ऊपर आते हैं, है
Hmm.
ना?
Hmm.
कुछ रिजल्ट ऊपर आते हैं, कुछ रिजल्ट नीचे आते हैं, कुछ रिजल्ट नेक्स्ट पेज पे आते हैं. So what is
Hmm.
the basic criteria of this? Why the one of the results is coming at the top and other are coming at the last? So what is the reason?
So how do Google list the result? Google has a large index of keywords that help determine search results. So when I say, as you're searching for something, okay, as you mentioned that you're trying to search for sourcing, okay, and there are some of the results which are coming on top. There are some of the results which are coming at below. There are some of the results which are coming on the next page. So basically that depends on the ranking of the page. So how do the ranking of the page happens? One is from the text of the page, how that particular text is SEO friendly. SEO is nothing but the search engine optimization. How that the text of the web pages are SEO friendly. First thing. Second thing, listing of those particular page. How many people has visited that particular page. Third thing, review for those particular page. Okay, like Kirana store near me. Okay, so there are some of the pages which are coming on top and some of the
Right,
pages which are coming at bottom.
right,
Okay, first if you see spencers.com or India Mart, Economic, so these are actually not the relevant results, but still they're coming on top.
right,
Okay, why it
right,
is coming? Because the visits on that particular page are that frequent, and that is how the Google has listed the order of appearing in a searches. But otherwise, if you see here, okay, I've clicked on the first result. Okay, based on the Google reviews, based on the visits,
Hmm.
based on the Google reviews, a positive reviews, based
Okay,
on the text, based on how in what radius that particular store is. So there are basically various parameters based on which that results are getting listed in a order.
right,
Okay, there are some
right,
of the paid results which comes on top, but those are paid. But that is something which is not going to be forever. Till the time the person has a money in his Google AdWords, till that time those results will come on top. But otherwise, those results are not going to come on a top.
okay,
Okay, so recruiter.
right, sir.
So that is what here Google was telling. Google has a large index of keyword that help determine search result. What set Google apart is how it ranks in a result, the ranking of the page which I mentioned you earlier, and the different parameters which determine the order Google displays the result on a search engine results page. Google uses the trademark algorithm called page ranking, which assigns each website a relevancy score. Relevancy score is nothing but it based on the text of the page, as I mentioned,
Okay.
the visits and the uh, reviews, something like that. Okay,
Hands.
so that is about the Google direct answer and how the Google is listing its results while we search for any of the keyword or anything. So now let's get to the Google basic Boolean operator, and or not, quotations. So let's come down over
And
here.
brackets.
Okay, so and first let's see what is the and operator. So what are these and or not, quotations, brackets? These are nothing but the operators for a Boolean search. So I would
Hmm.
call it as a
Right.
Google basic Boolean operator, and or
Hmm.
not, quotes and brackets. So what does the and functions as? So and functions as it will give me both the words which I mentioned, something like sales
Combination.
and B2B. So this, if I give sales and B2B, I'll be able to see the results which has both the words.
Hmm. It will give the combination, right?
Yes,
It will not give both the words separately
it has to
when
give
we
both
use
the words
and.
because I'm using an operator and, so that's
Okay,
reason
so
it
it
has to
will.
give both the words sales and B2B. So
Right.
whichever the results, if you see, this results has B2B and sales, both the words.
Right.
Let's, Okay, if you see each and every result, this has both the words, that is sales and B2B. So that's the function of and.
So what if I use and in like you have used in capitals, right? So the boolean works only when we use and in capital form.
Yes, when I'm giving these operators, it has to be in capital. If I'm not giving
Okay.
in capital, something like sales and B2B. So some of the results might be there, but when we try to explore some of the complex result, then that time this and is not working as an operator. This and is working as a keyword.
Right, right. So
Okay,
keyword.
so here the Google would give me something like, um, let's search only for and. So if you see, and word is highlighted.
Yes.
Okay, so here and is not working as a operator to give the
Yes.
combination of words, to give the combination of two different words, and is working as a keyword. It's giving me the
Keyword.
results
Right.
of the pages which has a word and, but it's not giving me the, so it's like that. So if I give now and, this also will act as the same because we are only searching for one particular word. But otherwise, while giving a mix of keywords, then we'll have to make sure that we are giving it as a giving it in a caps,
Operator.
sales and B2B. So that's how the and works. Second thing, or. So this is something, either of the word, either sales or marketing. Again, or should be in capitalized. So this will give me a results which would include sales or marketing. Any one word, one or more than one.
Okay.
So it might include sales or marketing, or it might include sales and marketing both, but minimum one word. But if you see here, something like if I want sales or marketing, let's take sales and, let me not confuse it, let's keep it simple, sales or marketing. So which are the results? If you see, every result has either of the word, like petrol, diesel, sales, or the word on marketing mindfully during. So either one of the words, sales or marketing.
Right.
What is marketing? End war between the sales and marketing,
Mhm.
all about sales, marketing professors or something, content marketing. So that's a behavior of operator or. So what's the behavior of operator not? So whenever from the search result, if I want to exclude something, then I go with the word not. So let's see here, most frequent results, sales and marketing, marketing, sales, marketing, business, business, definition, all about advertising, where leads, contact, sales support, product support, inbound marketing, analytics, diploma, definition. So let's exclude, I do not want definition. So in job portals or in LinkedIn, not operator is used as not, but wherein in Google, not operator is used as minus. So let's give first not. Uh, let's see in case if this works in Google operator. I just give not definition. I'll see.
So, how long this session has been started?
It started just
Am I
30
late?
minutes ago. For the people who
30
joined,
minutes ago.
for people who joined first time, for them it started 30 minutes ago. But otherwise, people who is joining
Okay.
second time, it just on the way.
Okay. Thank God.
You joined yesterday also, right?
Yes, yeah, I was available.
Yeah, so you can.
Okay.
Okay, so if you see here, we still have definition as a keyword in our results. So it has not taken NOT as an operator, and rather it has taken NOT as a keyword. If you see here, so if you see the results, it has not taken not as a operator, rather it has taken as a additional keyword. Here also, if you see, there is a not.
But why it is like this, sir? Why it doesn't take it as an operator?
Because Google Boolean operator syntax is different than the LinkedIn or any other portal operators.
Okay.
Okay, now to use same not in Google, what I'll do is I'll use as a minus. And when I'm using minus as a not in Google search, okay, then I'll have to make sure that immediately after that, whichever the word I wanted to exclude from my result, there is no space. It's just like minus definition. Okay, now if you see, okay, this is just the one. This is the one. This is basically from my search results only, but not in between the search result. So wherever it is getting highlighted, that is basically from my keyword appearances. More for sales and marketing, and more for sales or marketing minus definition. So that is basically my keyword only. It's not from the result what I'm getting it. So that's the behavior of operator not. So now we know what's the behavior of operator and operator or and operator not. Something like, now let's make it more. Am I clear, or do you have any questions on this? Please pause me, because we are going to have workshop today on the same thing. I'm just going to give you some small of the task which you need to write down a Boolean string for some of the GDs. So this is most
Clear, sir.
important to understand. So are we clear? How does the
Yes, sir.
operator and or not works? Everyone? Anyone has any questions?
So this operator system मुझे ज़्यादा नहीं समझ में आया because I left the session earlier yesterday as well, and today also I started so late, so it's
No
not
problem.
very clear.
So again, let me tell you. So to come down, we have a keyword search. You understand what is keyword search?
Yeah, I know keyword search.
Okay, whatever the search we are giving in Google, that is nothing
Yeah,
but keyword search, whatever the results are
keyword
coming
search.
in. Okay, so Google direct answer. Do you
Yes.
know Google direct answer?
Yes, the topmost answer
Not
provided by
exactly
the Google
topmost
search
answer.
engine.
Whatever
The,
answers suggested in this kind of a
okay,
rectangular form is a Google direct
okay,
answer.
okay.
Something like,
First most answer, no, sir, means the first site that is being highlighted by the Google search engine or whatever.
yes, something like that. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
Google direct answer. Then we come to Google basic Boolean operators and or not quotations and brackets. So when I say and is the operator which gives me the result which has both the words, something like sales and B2B. So this is giving me the results which has both the keywords, sales, and whenever I'm using my Boolean operators, it has to be in a bracket, capital letters. So and, or, not, brackets, quotations are nothing but the operators. So operators basically we use to give the permutation and combination of keywords to get the results with the combination of various keywords. Something like when I'm using sales and B2B, this is giving me the results which has so this is giving me the result which has sales and B2B both. Okay, so that's a use of operator and. In the same way, when I use or, sales or marketing, then the results will be, it will give me either one of the word, sales or marketing. The results which may have either sales or a word marketing, or it might have both the words. But compulsory is something, mandatory something, Google should fetch a result which has at least one word from sales or marketing. Clear? So now, what do you mean by marketing? Is the sales a part of marketing? Then marketing Wikipedia, Blogspot on a sales. Then marketing definition. What is marketing? Now, if you see this word here, we have marketing in title and the sales in the keywords. So now on marketing. So here we have only marketing as a keyword. Here we have only sales as a keyword. So Google is trying to give me the result which has at least one word, maybe sales or marketing. So that's a use of operator or function we call of or. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then now not. So whenever I want to exclude something from my results, I'm going to use not. So these are the results I've viewed. Okay. So I see a lot of results like marketing definition or sales definition or difference between. Okay. Defining. Okay. Let me control F and see how many definition keywords are there. So I have somewhere around 12 keywords as a definition. Okay, so let's suppose if I want to exclude this, then I'll use minus definition. So when I exclude it, that is using minus. In job portals we may have to use not, but wherein in Google we'll have to use minus. Something like if I give you Google search operators. So this is on support Google itself. So these are very advanced one. I'm just trying to see the basics ones. It's not here. Otherwise, this is one of my blog. So if you see and search or search, not, similar, phrases, asterisk, set search, occurrence searches, file format. So these are all the various search operators defined by Google itself. When we want to search for something using this various search operators, that's how the Google search performs. So are we clear about and or not?
Yes, sir. It's being very clear now.
Okay, so now here I've excluded the result definition. Now if I see the same thing, let's see, is it there? Okay, it is going to appear 4 times, which is from our search related keywords only, means from our string only. 1 here, 2 here, and 3rd here, and the 4th over here. So these are nothing but the behavior of the Google. It is not the result pages. Business marketing definition is not a result page. It's just the suggestion by Google. Search related to sales or marketing definition, this is not the result. This is a Google behavior which is asking me to search. It is showing me the searches related to sales or marketing minus definition related thing. So that's a Google behavior, but it's not giving me the result which includes sales or marketing and definition as a keyword in the results. Okay, any confusion? Okay, now let's use double quotes. When we use double quotes, when I wanted to use a particular phrase, something like sales manager or marketing manager, that time I'm using, okay, let me not give now, otherwise it will be. So whenever I want a result which includes as a phrase like this, sales manager or marketing manager, account manager, that time I'm using quotations. So if you see whichever the results which has both the word as it is, sales manager or marketing manager or account manager, sales manager, account manager here, sales manager, marketing manager, again marketing manager, sales manager, whichever, account manager, we have given account manager also, so that's reason account manager. Let me give account also. Clear? That is where I'm using my quotations. Okay, now along with any one of these words, either sales manager or account manager or marketing manager, along with that I want one more result, and mentorship and mentoring. Sorry, I lost for a moment. Am I with you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna give me either one of the phrase of sales manager or marketing manager or account manager. And the reason I used this bracket because I wanted either one of the word from this particular set. I've made the set now, and mentoring is the another keyword. So I need a results of one of the word from this particular set, one of the phrase from this particular set, marketing manager or account manager or sales manager, along with the results which has mentoring in the keyword. Okay, so sales manager and mentoring. So here we have 3 different types of result. One is the URL of the result, which you can see here. which is in a light gray. This is the URL of the result. One which is highlighted in blue, that is title of the result or title of the web page. This is in a gray is URL of the web page. This part is called URL of the web page. Then which is getting highlighted is called title of the web page. And again here I have some of the text which is a text of the web page, which is the content in the web page. So when I give this search, these results could occur or appear anywhere in between URL or in title or in the text of the web page. Okay, like if you see here, I have entitled sales manager and also mentoring as a keyword in a text of the web page. Here if I see mentoring, I have in a title, and in a text of the web page I get sales manager. Here if I see sales mentoring, I get mentoring as a keyword in a title and sales manager in the text. 7 skills you need to become as a sales manager. Mentoring is one of the keyword, and also sales manager is another keyword which I get in the result. Clear? So I get
Yes,
account
yes.
manager, mentoring, which are the results I see. So we have sales manager and also mentoring. Okay.
Yes.
Is my screen audible, visible?
No, it's not visible, sir.
No,
No, sir.
No,
No,
it's
no.
not visible.
Now?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's visible.
Now it's visible.
All right.
Yes, yes.
So that is where I'm using bracket. So let's suppose if I wanted just any one of the word from these 3 different phases, and I don't want anything additional words along with this, then I may not have to use this bracket, but it's always suggestible. Remember one thumb rule: whenever we are using or, whichever the portal, whenever using operator or, that means we are trying to get one of the keyword from 2 different keywords. So it's always better to close that with brackets. Open the bracket, give the first keyword, space, put or, again space, then put second keyword, and then close the bracket. Whenever we are using any operator, okay, something like and or not. For and for or, we need a space before and after. One space is enough. No need to give 2 or more than that. More than that, only one space. Before the operator or, before the operator and, after the operator and, after the operator or, we need one space. And when we are using not, in Google we use it as a minus, so we do not want space after. Minus, what I'll do here, what I can exclude. Let's exclude. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have some particular keywords to exclude. Okay, but otherwise, if I want to exclude something, I can use not, that is as a minus in Boolean, sorry, in Google, and there should not be any space. Something like here it is mentioned. Sales not B2B. Okay. So this will give me the result which has a sale, but not the word as a B2B, as simple.
Sorry,
Good.
so I have one doubt.
Hmm.
So you're looking for a sales candidate for sales.
Hmm.
So we are
We
getting
have
a
not,
candidate.
let me pause you. We have not came down to the candidate search yet. We are only searching for our keywords in Google results. We are not searching for candidates yet.
Okay, let's suppose much experience in JavaScript. So we will get result from Google.
We lost you for a second. Can you please repeat your question?
I'm saying that suppose we want to search for a candidate who has experience in JavaScript.
Okay.
So what the results should I give on Google?
Okay. So first thing, understand what are the skills related to JavaScript.
Okay.
I'll just give JavaScript first.
Okay.
And that's reason in my content today, I have mentioned understanding people also search for in Google search and touch base on some of the modern operators. So we are going to come there. Okay. Now, if I search for JavaScript, I also have people also search for jQuery, Python, cascading styles, and also I have Java compilers, or I'll use an operator, JavaScript related.
Okay.
Okay, so
But
instead of JavaScript, I can also search for HTML, CSS. These are all the scripting languages. Okay, so now you're saying that you wanted a candidate who has experience in JavaScript, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
JavaScript. So we need to understand first various ways of writing JavaScript. How might candidates might write this JavaScript in their resumes or in their web profiles?
Okay.
So people might write JavaScript as it is in continuation. People might write Java hyphen script.
Correct.
This pipe is also or only in Google. When I'm using this pipe, don't get confused. This is again another or only. Let me keep it simple or. So if you see, I'm giving JavaScript space or space, then started with colon Java hyphen script because there are two words.
Yes.
And then or again there might be a two words JAVA JavaScript. Okay, people has written Java space script or yeah, maybe these are the three different ways what people can write. Is there anyone who can suggest that people can write a various ways this JavaScript?
Camel case.
Huh?
Camel case.
Case, it is not case sensitive. Keywords are not case sensitive.
No, camel case. Camel case.
Can you type in the box? I'm not able to get you.
Yeah, see. I'm saying camel case like this one.
Can you type in a chat box here?
Yeah.
This is not case sensitive. So we have JavaScript here, right?
Yeah, so it's a camel case. You should say camel case.
Can you please type in what you're saying? Camel case. Okay, what is this? A keyword?
It's a sort of It's a sort of behavior for searching.
Okay.
It's not a keyword. It's a way of writing. Yes.
Oh, okay. Something like this. Okay. Java
Yeah.
in a small, then S as in a big
Yes. Yes.
capital.
Correct.
That's what I was saying. This is not case
Yeah.
sensitive. Case sensitive is something which should be written either smaller in a small word or either in a caps or either in a camel case. This is not case sensitive.
Yes.
This can be written in small or capital letters. Keywords are not case sensitive. Keywords can be written in small letters or capital letters, but operators are case sensitive. So first thing I'll do this. Okay, now I got a results related to JavaScripts or JavaScript and JavaScript.
Hi, Shiv Kumar. This side Aditya.
Okay.
Can we just write a Java and script?
Yeah. Give me a moment. Let me come to that later. Otherwise, let's run simultaneously. Java and script. So this will give me a result which will have Java and script both. So if you see here, it is also giving me the result in continuation or the results which has Java and scripting, scripted written somewhere. Okay, JavaScript is a scripting language. So it's like this JavaScript. Okay, so people might write, that's what I told. We will have to think of various ways of candidates writing JavaScript in their profile. So if I use this Java space script, so people might write Java space script. If I use this Java hyphen script, people might write in this way or something like this. And when we are trying to search for Java and script, we're just trying to get the result which has both the words Java and script, either in a continuation or in a space, or somewhere the Java is mentioned somewhere and script or scripting is mentioned somewhere. Something like JavaScript is a primary scripting, or JavaScript is has a Java. Okay, or people might write JS. Yeah, this is a good keyword, or JS. Okay. So now I got these results. Now you were saying that you need a candidates. So where we can find a web candidates, where these candidates are available on internet, or where in which portal or in which job portals which are not paid. Okay. See, whenever we are giving these searches in Google, we'll not get the results from Naukri or Monster because those are the paid job portals, and the data in those paid job portals is protected with web. That means that is a private cloud, private database, that is a private cloud which is protected in web. Unless we don't pay, we'll not be able to unlock. But there are a lot of web pages which are available on internet which we'll be able to see. Something like LinkedIn, which is public database, we'll be able to access the profiles from LinkedIn. Personal profiles which are public database, we'll be able to access those. So there are n number of sites which will be able to access. So now I have given JavaScript. Now I want to access the profiles. I'll just say simply from Bangalore I want. So how Bangalore people might write. So I'll say and Bangalore, or
BLR.
by BLR, Bengaluru, or BLR. So second, now I got the results from JavaScript from Bangalore. Okay, I got a results of jobs, training, jobs, jobs. I don't want jobs. So I'm going very slow on this because I wanted you people to understand. If I wanted a directly resume, within a second I can get you the resumes, but I'm not going to go that fast because it might confuse. So let me go slow. Please bear, but this is only the right way I could say. So I'm excluding jobs, minus job, minus jobs, minus training, minus trainings. Okay, this is a default Google Jobs, which Google is going to give you anyway, though if we exclude, because that's a Google product that we cannot exclude. But however, now if you see, we do not see the results of jobs or the training. We see Just Dial, we see TownScript, event site, upcoming events or Bangalore Change. We have something from Meetup, or something from TripAdvisor, JS here taking as a keyword, not as a JavaScript, but as a keyword, as a foot code. So let's not use JS. Maybe when we have additional technical keywords in that combination, we'll use JS, but not just the JS. So I got from Meetup, I got from Bangalore. Which companies are based in Bangalore for JavaScript? So this is something person has asked a question. So let me take this one results. Okay, group Bangalore JavaScript developer. I got one more group from Google Groups itself, where there are Bangalore JavaScript developers. Books Professional Java Native Interfaces, React Java Development Company. So I have some Twitter ones, Twitter results. Girls Who JavaScript Bangalore. There is some women community here. Senior full stack JavaScript developer, Git start. So let me see this. I never seen this. So this is careers. Okay. So here we have careers. I don't want this careers also. Minus C. So first, what we are giving a combination of what we want and what we do not want. Now let's say I want directly resume or profile. I'm giving very simple search, resume or profile, and JavaScript and Bangalore as a location. And whatever I don't want, that I'm excluding, jobs, training, by using operator minus. So how I used here, X keywords in a combination, then space minus job, space minus jobs, space minus training, space minus trainings, space minus careers, space minus career. That's how I've excluded. Remaining all the string, open the bracket, Bangalore space or space Bengaluru space or space BLR. That's how the people are going to write. So whenever I'm opening and closing the bracket, I do not require a space. I can immediately close and open the bracket before and after the keyword. Here also the same. There is no bracket after the keyword within the quotation. Okay.
Yeah.
So here I have a couple of resumes. Bangalore FC club profile, no. So profiles rather, I would say. So let's view a couple of profiles. This is about the career. Okay, so this is something his personal profile, a web profile of him. He's a software engineer, system analyst. He has worked in Java, React. So here is a JavaScript. And here also JavaScript. Programming with Node.js, JavaScript, Python and all. So he has his GitHub page as well. So GitHub, LinkedIn will cover, but that's in our later sessions because that's going to be a X-ray searches. I don't want to confuse all of you. Here I have a couple of profiles. So he also worked on JavaScript. This is his contact. So he might be in Bangalore some other time in his career. So here if you see software developer in Bangalore, Karnataka. So what was our combination? We wanted results as a resume or profile, and then we wanted a JavaScript and as a location. So those are the results we got it. And then here also, this result we got from Super Professor. So he worked on a JavaScript and all of everything. So he wanted to train. He's saying this is his cost. So he might be publishing himself on this platform to train, but otherwise we can also reach out to him to check in case if he is interested in job opportunities. Okay, so let's suppose I'll take this site. I'll remove this. I'll just use that particular site here. And it will give me the results which has JavaScript and from Bangalore and only from this particular site. There are about 31 results. So Dhruva Kumar, Jeevan, Rohan, Karthik, Om Prakash, Rajneesh, Ganesh, Mrityunjay, Neil, Rishabh, Rajat, Hari, Gautami. So that's what first we tried to build a very simpler search of JavaScript. Then we added location. Then we have looked at the result. We realized that there are a lot of result which has job, means basically results are job postings or people posting about the training or people posting about the careers or JavaScript opening on the career pages of the companies. So we do not wanted those results because we were looking out for the profiles. If you're looking out for the job postings, then I'll go with the related keywords like jobs. I'll go with that. If I'm looking out for the training institute, I'll go for the keywords like trainings. If I'm looking out for the careers posted on the particular website or the company website, I'll go for the keywords like careers. But these are all the things which are now I don't want because I'm searching for the profiles or resumes. So that's reason we have excluded first, which we do not want. And then additionally, we have added resume or profile. Then we refined our search. After looking at the search, we got some couple of profiles. Then now we're targeting to see how many more results I can get only from this particular site by using just by URL of that particular site. Okay, I guess is this enough?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So here also, if you see, we have some of the results from SlideShare. Full stack developer, the one who has worked on JavaScript from Bangalore. Here we have our results. See, what are we going to learn here is to source passive candidates. Active candidates, anyway, they are going to be there in a Naukri monster or something. But when it comes to the actual job, sometimes we face a situation where the profiles in a Naukri monster is not actually sufficient for us to source the right profiles. That is where we go and source the passive profile. If you heard about, there's a trend of passive hiring is heavy. It's a huge demand for the passive sourcers or passive recruitment. So whatever the sourcing we're going to learn is, and this would be useful also in a sourcing from the job portals from Naukri or Monster or anything. It's not restricted only to uh, social media, because a same operator, similar keywords, similar search functions are used across the portals. Okay, so now we got the results. So can we do a small session, a small workshop, a quick workshop?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we understand what is and, what is or, what is not, how does this operator operates or functions, and we understand quotation marks, we understand parentheses or nothing but the bracket. Wildcard not required, that was an old operator. Later on I'll try to cover when we get into the advanced sourcing part, but for now uh, it's not required. So let's have one. How many keyword can you put in a Google search? Is maximum 32 keywords. Okay, as I mentioned, how to build a Boolean keyword. 5 steps for creating a Boolean. Best practices for finding synonyms. As I mentioned, um, as you were searching for JavaScript, related is always a better operator to find a synonyms of this particular word. Something like if I say software engineer, software engineer colon, related is another operator again. Let's, as like and or not, one of the Google operator is related colon, and within the quotation software engineer. So first I'm trying to search for what are the relevant titles for a software engineer. Something like software engineer, web developer, system research scientist, software developer, lead software development engineer, software engineer, cloud software engineer. Let's go with sales manager. So we have sales manager. Give me a moment, guys. Okay. So we first try to identify which are the relevant keywords to the particular thing what we're trying to search, and we create a list of synonyms. Okay, and we use or as a keyword, something like, as I mentioned, JavaScript, Java hyphen script, JavaScript continuation, Java space script. The way a candidate might write that particular keyword in a different types, and then connect all the mandatory skill string using brackets and operator, remove unwanted results. So first we identified the skill. Second, we created a list of synonyms. Third, whatever the synonyms are there, we have used all those synonyms in the combination with or. And as I mentioned, thumb rule, wherever you're using or, you're using a bracket, and then addition to that, additional operator by using and the keywords. Remove unwanted results. So let's get into the exercise. So try to build a Boolean search where you'll need to hire a software engineer with the following specifics: experience in either of the technology, any one technology. Okay, Java or PHP or Python is a skill what you want, and experience in any one database technology, that is SQL or MySQL or MongoDB. Okay, and should be employed with top tier product company or internet. Okay, fine, this would be difficult. Let me keep it more simple. Let's keep this exercise. We take it here. Oh, what is this? Okay, experience in any one technology, or let's say as a title 11 to engineer, as a title relevant to either of software engineer, software programmer. Okay, so I need someone who has worked on Java or PHP or Python and has a title of software engineer or software developer or software programmer, and location should be Bangalore. Okay, what else? And okay, try to find out only this much and ping your strings in a chat. So this is gonna be our workshop. We want to find out our profiles or just the results which has either of the keyword Java or PHP or Python and has a title relevant to software engineer, software developer, or software programmer, and should be from Bangalore. Just need a result. No need of profiles, just need a results. You just ping me the strings. Ping in a public, no need to ping personally, just ping in a public. Okay, so I got one ping from Shivani. Okay, Java or PHP or Python, excellent. And software, you are close to, but missed a little. Aditya Singh, you're close to, but after software.
Okay, so sir, I thought we are doing it on Google, so space it would understand. But
Got
okay,
Got it. Yeah. Now, for everyone's understanding, if we discuss this, then everyone will have much better understanding. So yeah,
Okay,
software
okay.
space is nothing but and for a Google, but wherein if I'm giving the same search in LinkedIn or any of the portals, then I will have to use and. Okay, this is one way. Another way, everyone should engage. Please, rest of other also send your answers by 9 o'clock. We'll give 4 minutes. So by 9 o'clock, you should type in your answers. And then we'll discuss one by one why you have used this. Okay, Utpal, Java or PHP or Python, and you are close, Utpal, but slightly missing. Wanted to understand why you gave
Okay.
software within the bracket when you have not used or, and then there's a gap where you have given software space and. After and, you do not have space again between opening the bracket for engineer or developer or programmer. So that is something you have to correct. Please correct on your string and resend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's because we are using because we is software engineer or software developer or software programmer. So that keyword software must be there.
Yeah, but has a title relevant to either of the given titles, software engineer or software developer or
Okay.
software programmer. How are you going to tackle this? Okay, Java, Python, PHP is correct. Java or Python or PHP. Okay, but how are you going to give
Okay.
the title result, which should be appropriate?
Correct. Correct.
Alicia, for you also first set of Java or Python or PHP is correct, but where in the second set, engineer or developer, and again there is no or between developer and programmer. Quotes, you can use it for single word or double word, but for single word, I ideally would not suggest double quotes. Maybe when you have two different word and two words to be appearing as a phrase, then you can use that double quote, but it's okay, nothing harm, but that will use the additional time of yours. Okay, so Alicia, your string Java or Python or PHP, till here it is correct, and engineer or developer or programmer. Okay, developer, after developer there is no or, you'll have to add or over there, then space and space Bangalore. You can use a various ways of writing Bangalore, like Bangalore, BLR or Bengaluru. Who's this real me? What's your name? Real me? Real you? Okay, Aishwarya. So Aishwarya, relevant you don't have to use because we are not, it's not relevant. First thing, it's a related operator. Relevant operator, I'm not sure, but we'll try to explore. But we don't have to use relevant. Okay. So your first set, if I exclude that relevant, if I exclude this part of it, then the first set within the code software engineer or software programmer is correct, but there is no space. There should be some space, one space after closing this bracket. Then you write and then space. Java or PHP or Python, this is correct, and Bangalore or Bengaluru or PLR, this is close to, but if you would have not used relevant and if you have given a space here, it would have been correct. Shivani, related not required. Shivani, related is only to find a synonym of that particular keyword. And Shivani, I also see that you have given this thing in double quotes, started with double quote and ended with double quotes. That is not required. It's not going to work. This is something not going to understand. Let's see. So this is results without quotes. Okay, what happens is we cannot get any results. See, the quotes is something we're trying to give something which should appear as it is in the search results. So when we open the quote for a particular search string with this particular search string you have given with the quotes, that means we are asking a Google to give me the result which has some of the results as it is. So that's the reason I told it's not going to work, and Google is also suggesting here without quotes. So whatever the results we are getting, that is without quotes. So that's not gonna work. So we have to remove that quotes, otherwise Java or PHP or Python, good, and space. Okay, software engineer. So here again we need the software engineer or software developer or software programmer. Each phrase software engineer should be in double quotes, or software developer again should be in double quotes, or software programmer
Yes.
again should be in double quotes.
Yes.
Okay, Aishwarya, Alicia, Java or Python or PHP, and engineer or developer or programmer. Okay, but okay, and Bangalore, Bangalore. Okay, this syntactically this is correct. There is no mistake as per the syntax. Okay, these double quotes, as I mentioned, you can use for single words, but not actually suggestible. It's still fine if you're using it, but appropriately you should have to use it when it is like this, software programmer or software engineer, when we wanted two words as a phrase together. Okay, and as a syntax this is fine, but where is software in this? If I have to add software here, how I'm going to add? Okay, Sachin, Java or PHP or Python and software or CSC. Okay, now again, here there should be starting with one quote. Here you have mentioned software or CSC, computer science engineering, in double quote, but here you have not mentioned. So syntaxically,
Yes,
so here there should be a double quote, and Bangalore, BGR or Bengaluru or Belakunduru. Okay, fine. I would not generally suggest giving a double quotes for a single words, but it is
Yes.
fine. I'm not against it. It is fine.
And by mistake it has happened.
No, I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Because when we give within quotes, Google understand it as a must to have keyword. It will not give us a results of something synonym related to it.
Yes.
Something like, okay, I'll use this string.
Yes.
I'm not using Bengaluru. We'll get the results to understand why that double quotes specifically.
Yes.
Okay, let's use only this. I'll use this without double quotes once.
Yes.
Okay, without double quotes, I'm not getting anything.
Yes.
BGR you mentioned, right? Okay, let's take PLR. Let me cover it later. So basically, when I'm giving one particular single word in the double quote, so it means that I need that particular word as a must include.
So it means that Java, PHP, and Python should be included.
Okay, semicolon dashes.
Yes.
Okay, that is The meaning of this is this particular word should have, because there are some of the result later on during the training I'll keep in mind when I came across such kind of example. Right now I'm not able to find the right example based on the keyword what we have given, but I'm sure that we'll come across such kind of example where after the result Google will ask us, is this something do you want specifically in the results? If we say yes, then only Google operator changes to within the double quotes for a single word. Okay, so where we were here. Okay, so as I mentioned, here you needed a double quote. Okay, from Shivani, Java or PHP or Python and software engineer or software developer or software programmer, and Bangalore or Bengaluru or BLR. Yes, this is correct. Syntaxically correct, and as per the question, what we want, either one of the word and has a title relevant to either of the given title. Okay, so this is a question, so that's reason I've not given software engineer or software developer or software programmer within the course, but otherwise Shivani has corrected it that she has given software engineer or software developer or software programmer within the course. Okay, and what is the other way? Can someone think out of the box and write? So I would say for here, everyone is writing a correct syntax, correct Boolean, but wherein here, we can write this thing in a two different styles. To give a hint, there was one person who has written somewhere like this, Java, Python and all, and software. Just with additional operator, this string would have been correct if you would have used software and engineer or programmer. As you mentioned that you're thinking that we are giving a search on a Google. So yeah, this is also correct. So Google understands space as and itself. You don't have to write operator and on Google, but we are making it as a practice because we are not only going to use Google, we are going to use LinkedIn or additional portals where we would require and. So let me give a search from Aditya. So I would use here and. So we have all the results, Java developer or PHP developer or Python or results which has Java or PHP or Python, and software engineer or developer or programmer from Bangalore. Then we'll go for Shivani's. Okay, now we have more appropriate ones. Okay, so now we are done with our workshop on building Boolean string. So we'll keep on having, as we understand one additional operator, again we'll come back to the workshop again by using that particular operator. We'll have one more workshop. So something like, now we'll go for understanding the people's. I'll make this as a 4th. Anyway, which we have covered that. Touch base on some of the modern operators related in URL in title. Shivani, you mentioned relevant. Someone mentioned relevant. This related is not required. Shivani, this related is not required. Okay, I mentioned you already. Okay, this relevant. Let's see what this operator does. So whenever we are using an operator related, an operator kind of relevant, this should be other way. This should be in a small letters. When we are using operator and or not, those operators should be in caps. But when we are using operator like relevant, related, in URL, in title, in text, which we are going to touch base now, just the 5 minutes of quick session. Next session will be in depth on this, in URL, in title, in text. Relevant, AWS. Let me just see in case if I get some of the results. Okay, AWS. I've got results which are relevant to AWS. But anyhow, when I'm searching for AWS itself, 7,43 something. If I'm searching only for AWS also, results are different. I need to understand why these results are different. But otherwise, there are results of so this gives me a results of result which are relevant to the word AWS. And when I search for AWS also, I get the results of AWS. Okay, here relevant is also taking as a keyword. Okay, it's not taking as an operator, it's taking as a keyword. Okay, it's taking as a keyword. It's not taking as an operator. Okay, so in technical language, this is called compilation error in software language. This is a search query bar. In software thing, person is writing a code and compiling it, entering it to see the output. When we see the output, if the relevant, we used it as an operator here, but here it is appearing as a text. That means this operator is not existing. But if I use related, this related one is classly used or related Amazon.com, I'll say instead. So if you see, we have Walmart, we have Overstock, we have Macy's, Rockten, Kohl's, AB Books, HSN. So these are all the competitors of Amazon. So based on the text in their websites, based on the text of Amazon, the text of Amazon, the nature of business of Amazon, a text from the Amazon web pages, Amazon site, from that particular text, whichever is matching to the another website text, those results are given here. Amazon, Walmart nature of business, and most of the text like shop, everyday, low prices, free shipping, order, those are the kind of keywords which are there in a Amazon website also. So that's reason. Okay, online bookstores for books, no books, magazine shop, music, movies, that is there in a Amazon. Okay, with a free shipping, everything. Discover designer brands, that is there in Amazon. So that is nothing but text to text match, and that's where I'm trying to see I'm getting my competitors. So if I say relevant TCS.com, okay, I see all the big service companies like Infosys, Cognizant, Capgemini, HCL, Yes Bank, L&T, PwC, Fiserv, Infor. These are all the companies are coming in. So here I'm not getting a related TCS.com, but I'm getting a companies which are TCS competitors. Infosys.com. Okay, so that's how the relevant is going to work. Now let's use this one of the string. As I mentioned, that's the reason I mentioned earlier that our results has three things. One is the URL, other is the title, and other is the text. So let me not use this broader one. Just to cover basics, just to keep it simple, I'm just using only software engineer. So first thing what we have is URL. So I wanted one particular word to appear in URL and additional words to appear in keywords. This bracket was not needed. So I'll use in URL. So I'll see the results which will have software engineer in the URL and keywords Java, PHP or Python in the text or somewhere in the page, and Bangalore, Bengaluru or BLR. Do you mean software engineer and Java? Okay. Now if you see everywhere in the URL, the gray one, we have software engineer, software engineer, software engineer. Everywhere in the URL we have software engineer. Here also we have software engineer in the URL, but the URL is too lengthy. So that's the reason we are not able to see. But otherwise, if you see here, software engineer. So if you're not able to see the complete URL, we can always click on a drop down and click on this option, and we'll be able to see the complete URL. So if you see here, principal software engineer, here we have it. Okay. So similarly, so if you see in URL, we have a software engineer, and Java or PHP or Python we have in the text, and Bangalore or Bengaluru we have in the text again. So in similarly in title. So now we have second set of result. In title we have software engineers, the blue one which is highlighted, and along with the Java related keywords Java or PHP or Python and Bangalore in the text. So better way, I'll use in URL and in title software engineer I want, and in URL I want resume. So now I got the results where the blue thing is in the title, and in the URL there is a resume mentioned. So a lot of Naukri and all, but if you see this one result, so the search query is correct. We'll have to work on a refining. As I mentioned, only the touch base for today on in URL, in title, in text. Next session is going to completely covered on how this in URL, in title, in text is going to work efficiently, along with the combination of what we learned till date about the Google basic operators. Now we are slightly moving to the slight advanced operators of Google. So that we'll cover in the next session. Any questions? Last 5 minutes, I leave it for the question and answer. And then we'll connect next weekend. And hopefully, I guess we'll have to change the timing, as this is dinner time for most of the people. Initial 2 sessions, I wanted it so that we can see a list of people joining in, but maybe from the next session onwards, we'll start at 4 o'clock itself. 4 or 7. We'll discuss about the timing and we'll come to the decision. Everyone feel free to share the flexible timings in a group. Any questions? Please talk.
Yeah,
Hi,
No,
my
sir.
favorite is no.
No, sir.
Hi, Shiv Kumar. Can you just ping me that in title search in the chat box? I just wanted to see for a second if I have one question on it.
Yeah, this is just the basic one. I've not covered it in depth. Later on, I'll take it. Sir, is there a way to find active resumes and not passive resumes or old ones? See, active, definitely you're going to get it on the job boards, but wherein if you come down and search in a LinkedIn, there is a way to find active profiles. We'll cover in a later session. there is a way to find. See, our finding way is passive, but in a passive sourcing, we might come across the candidates who are actively looking out. So the way we are finding is a passive sourcing technique. But wherein in passive sourcing technique, you can find the candidates who are actively looking out for a job. So that's completely fine. Did I answer, Aishwarya? Hello? So are we good? Guys, please talk. Let not this
Yes,
be
yes.
only one-side conversation. Alisha, Utpal, Rajni,
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's all good here.
Shivani.
Yes, sir. It's all good. It's fine.
Hope it's not going over the head.
No, no, it's fine, yeah.
No, no,
Please do
sir.
let me know.
No, sir. Actually, this concept is really practical, so it's not going over. It means it's really practical and understandable. So it was helpful for me at least.
Feel free to give the feedback. Don't shy away to give the feedback. Let me know so that, again, this is a training for me as well to present. See, knowing is one thing and presenting is one thing. I'm really bad in presentation. So I'm just learning by presenting you guys. So please feel free
Not
to
at
give the
all.
feedback. In case if it is going over the head, I would be happy to recover the session again. Maybe we'll have 2 different sessions, again covering on a basics, then getting the person into the advanced thing. So I'm going very slow. The reason because I just wanted you guys to understand the importance of each and every operator, why the space is need, why it is not need, why the colon is need, why the quotations are needed, why the brackets are needed, because they are the basics of mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2. If we do not understand that, we'll not be able to solve the different problems, complex problem which includes with the division multiplication later on. Are we good?
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Yes, it's good.
All right, then. Thank you so much. I'll see if I get the recorded session in some time. I'll be able to post it on a YouTube and share the link in a WhatsApp group. All right.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.